All right, so one of the really big things that we're doing in third grade math is subtraction and addition. And this year they're going to have up to 3-digit numbers. They're used to kind of seeing 2 digits. So regrouping is going to be a big thing. So what we always tell them is make sure the numbers are lined up. And what we're going to do is we're going to always start in the ones place. So we've already taught them place value. They know their places. We're always going to start in the ones. They're going to have to kind of slow down and look at the digits. 5 is on the top, 7 is on the bottom. A lot of times what I see kids doing is flipping it and saying 7 minus 5 is 2, and they're writing a 2 down here. 5 minus 2 is 3. 3 minus 2 is 1, and then they're like, I'm done. And they're not really slowing down and thinking, whoops, I've tried to flip it. So that's just a pretty common mistake I see at the beginning. So what we tell them to do is look and see which digit's bigger. Star it if you need to star it. The 7 is bigger. If I have 5 apples, can I take 7 apples away, or could I eat 7 apples? No, I don't have enough. And so we use that kind of terminology. I don't have enough. And what do I do when I don't have enough? Well, I ask a friend if I can borrow. And so since I don't have enough to subtract, I'm going to go next door to the tens and say, hey, can I borrow from you? And every time we borrow, we always take 10. So I'm going to borrow from the 2. I'm going to take away 1 group of 10. It's kind of, we teach them real slow. We start out with manipulatives. Then we move into the algorithm. And so I don't have enough. I borrow 1 group of 10 from the 2. The 2 becomes a 1. I take that 1 and I'm just going to give it right over here. And that becomes a 15. And so we have them just like you and I probably learned it when we were kids. And then they subtract the ones. 15 minus 7 is 8. Then we go to the tens place. 1 minus 5. Can I take 5 away from 1? If I have 1 banana, can I take away 5 bananas? No. 5 is the bigger number, so I still can't subtract. So I'm going to have to borrow again. This time I'm going to go to the hundreds place. I always borrow 1 group. Take away from the 3, that becomes a 2. Give it over here, that becomes an 11. 11 minus 5 is 6, and 2 minus 1 is 1. So when we get down here to 11 minus 5, some of them do not automatically know that. So what we always have them do is, okay, grab the 5 and count up. If you grab 5 and count up, that would be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then they'll know it's 6. We see a lot of kids trying to subtract this way, and what happens is you don't have 15 fingers or 11 fingers. It's not a very good strategy. So our strategy is always to grab the smaller number and count up if they're having difficulty with the facts. But we want them borrowing and regrouping.